Ladies and gentlemen, I've done several stories in the past about the low birth rate and many of the industries that are being impacted by what's going on. The baby formula and diaper, that industry is being impacted, as well as you've seen Toys R Us close. And they said, the reason why they closed was due to the low birth rate, less people coming in there buying for babies. And now I want to thank one of my subscribers, JG, for this story from CGTN America. And its real estate study links expensive housing to low birth rates. And this came out October 2nd, 2018. I'll leave the link to this article in the description box. Real estate prices in certain US cities have reached levels so high they could be increasing the chances of a demographic time bomb. A new study suggests that in some cities, housing has become too expensive to financially support the raising of children. So there is a website site. Some of you might have heard of Zillow, which is a real estate type of site. And they did a study that went on between 2010 and 2016. And they were able to link US cities with expensive housing and falling birth rates. Now, one of the areas that they noticed the biggest increase in the country was Alameda County, Oakland, which is right near Oakland in California. They saw the biggest drop in fertility rates. The fertility rates in that area dropped as low as 25%. And the home values jumped up 60% between 2010 and 2016. So, other factors, usually where housing is high, those areas tend to attract a lot of women. And these are women that focus on their careers and they claim they're putting having babies on the back burner, or they just decide they don't want children at all. Usually high cost areas will attract them. But raising costs, including student debt, healthcare, and housing, seems to be a deterrent to starting families. So, in other words, whenever things are not stable in the US financially, people tend to not have children during those time periods, whenever there's some type of financial crisis. Okay, so they surveyed 82% of young adults. In 2017, the US fertility rate hit an all-time low. There were about 60 births per 1,000 women, age 15 to 44. That's more than 3% lower than in 2016. The deep decline started in 2008. That's when we had the financial crisis. And those of you that were here, you would remember George W. Bush being in office when that hit. Typically, you do see fertility rates decline during recessions, but usually they will rebound. But in this case, in America, they never rebound from 2008. So this is going to be a big problem in the US. If you don't have people having babies, then you're not going to have the same amount of people, you know, growing the economy. How do you grow the economy with less people? You won't be able to do it. And that is a big concern now because usually the generations before work, and in a sense, you're supporting the elderly that are retired. With fewer people, that's going to be harder to do. So when you think of Social Security, you're going to go from 3 workers to 1 retiree to 2 workers to 1 retiree ratio. So, yeah, she's right. Okay. So, what they're pretty much saying at the end of this article is, they're hoping that immigration will help fill in the gaps where there are fewer Americans. And that's really pretty much what they're saying. We need net immigration. And looking at the numbers, we assume that net immigration is about a million or so per year going forward. If that number is less, that's even more of a burden on the economy and the budget. Yeah, but you're running your immigrants out. Your cheap labor, you're trying to dump them off. So I don't know how that's going to fare well with a low birth rate and you're running out the immigrants. I don't know. That don't look like a pretty picture to me. But you can tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell and make sure you share these videos too. Peace, family.